What if one of rock's most beloved icons was also quietly breaking apart? Dave Grohl, the smiling, screaming heartbeat behind Nirvana's drums and Foo Fighters anthems. To the world, he's the everyman of rock. Funny, grounded, a legend who somehow stayed human. But behind the scenes, there's a different story. A story of betrayals, of health battles, of emotional spirals most fans never saw coming. It starts in 1994. Nirvana is over, Kurt Cobain is gone, and Grohl, grief-stricken, reeling, marries Jennifer Youngblood, a photographer who offered him something normal, something grounding. But the marriage was built on shaky ground. Grohl admitted later, he cheated. He wasn't ready. By 1997, it was over. Quietly. No headlines, no messy breakup tour. Just the first emotional casualty. Then came Tina Basic, a fearless, world-class snowboarder with a sharp mind and rebellious streak. They seemed perfect, adventurous, loud, wild. But history repeated itself. Grohl cheated again. Tina walked. No drama, just a woman who knew when to leave. Next was Melissa After Moore, bassist for Hole, fellow musician, someone who understood the burn of the stage and the cost of chasing fame. But even they couldn't hold it together, because Grohl, by his own words, was still lost, still restless. Then in 2003, a turning point. He met Jordan Blum. She wasn't from the music world. She was a director, sharp and intuitive. And for the first time, it seemed like Grohl had found his rhythm outside of music. They married, had 3 daughters, built a home, a family, a quiet life between stadiums. He called fatherhood the greatest gift of his life, but even that wasn't enough to silence the old patterns. In 2024, Grohl dropped a truth bomb no one expected. He had fathered a 4th daughter with another woman. No denial, no PR script, just an unfiltered, painful confession on Instagram. A direct apology to his wife, his children, and to fans who had always seen him as the good guy of rock. It fractured the image and nearly destroyed his marriage. Jordan didn't leave immediately. Instead, they tried to rebuild together. But trust, once broken, never fully returns. While his personal life unraveled, his body followed. By 2011, Grohl confessed that he had gone completely deaf in one ear. For nearly 20 years, he'd been reading lips, living with tinnitus, the constant high-pitched ringing that never stops. He refused to use in-ear monitors on stage because they dulled the rawness of the music. He said, "I want to feel the crowd, not just hear them," even if it meant losing his hearing completely. And the health problems didn't stop there. Grohl once admitted that he drank so much coffee while preparing for a Foo Fighters tour that he was hospitalized. Not from partying, not from drugs, from caffeine. The man who once embodied rock discipline was quietly crashing under pressure. But somehow, he kept going. He performed for Barack Obama at the White House. He spoke out for Joe Biden during the 2020 election. When Donald Trump used a Foo Fighters song without permission, the band donated the profits to Kamala Harris's campaign. Grohl didn't just write songs, he took stands. But even political courage can't erase emotional history. In 2006, during a mining disaster in Tasmania, 2 miners trapped underground asked for Foo Fighters music to be played to keep their spirits alive. Grohl not only sent a message, he met them after they were rescued. Then he wrote a song in their honor, Ballad of the Beaconsfield Miners. A rare, soft moment in a life of loud survival. His hometown gave him the biggest drumsticks in the world, named an alley after him, painted murals, gave him the key to the city. In 2024, he received the George and Ira Gershwin Award, joining legends like Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. From a teenager in Ohio with drumsticks and big dreams, to one of the most respected names in rock history. But none of that changed what lived inside him. Because through it all, marriage, music, betrayal, legacy, Dave Grohl lived on the edge of 2 worlds. One foot on the festival stage, the other in emotional freefall. And maybe that's why we love him. Because he isn't just a rock star. He's the mess, the magic, the mistake, the recovery, the full story. He is heartbreak and humor, loyalty and loss. And somewhere in between, he's still just a man, trying, sometimes failing, but never quitting. And that, maybe more than the music, is what makes Dave Grohl unforgettable.